Yeah, so the NBA Finals, I just want to say the NBA Finals is a joke. And I mean that with everything in me because when you look at this series, with the Suns and the Bucks, Giannis put up some great numbers. He had a magnificent third quarter, um, Jordan-esque type third quarter. I think he scored the most points in a third quarter, like in history or something like that. But I mean, look what he's getting from Middleton and Drew Holiday. I mean, they're shooting piss poor from the floor. And this is just, they just look like a trash basketball team these first two games. Your best player is hurt on the Bucks, and he's out playing two of the other players who are not hurt that should be dominating their matchup. But instead, the Phoenix Suns look like they're going to win this series in 4 or 5 games. This is a joke. Whoever scripted this, or if this was scripted to happen, which I know it wasn't, but you know, this is just a joke. I mean, I don't know why, teams just couldn't stay healthy, players couldn't stay healthy, why all these players got injured, but it's a joke because you're looking at these teams and clearly the two teams that should have been in the NBA Finals this year should have been the Clippers and the Nets. And if the Clippers and the Nets are in the NBA Finals, this NBA Finals is so much better. So much more better for ratings, so much more better for just TV, the fan base, the NBA world in general. You know, I'm just really not impressed what I'm seeing in this series. And I'll be honest with you, it's really hard for me to watch this series. Um, like I said, it's to me it looks very one-sided. It looks like one team is just the very, very, very dominant, and the other team is just hanging on by a thread. And the team that's hanging on by a thread is the Milwaukee Bucks because they just don't look like the best team in this series. They look like the weak link. And I'm not saying they can't go back home and win a couple games, but I mean, it really doesn't matter because overall, I just believe the Phoenix Suns are a better team, and there's nothing Giannis can do about it. Giannis doesn't have a jump shot. He can't shoot free throws. Chris Middleton is inconsistent. Drew Holiday is inconsistent. I feel like the moment is too big for them, or at least for Drew Holiday anyway. He hasn't shown up. I don't know. He just doesn't, he's a good player, but I don't think he's built for these type of moments. I think he's built for, just first, second round at best, and you can go ahead and check him out. So, Chris Middleton, he's inconsistent as well. And it's really no other way to turn, for the Bucks to me. I'd be surprised if the Bucks did win this series, but honestly, I really wouldn't care who wins. I have no dog in the fight. It really doesn't matter to me. It's just to me, you can say that this is a rant. You could say that this is, me venting or whatever you want to call it, but I think I speak for a lot of people out there when I say this NBA Finals is not living up to par, and it's just not the two teams that should have been there. Everybody know the Clippers should have been there. Everybody know the Nets should have been there, or something like that. Everybody know that, but that's not the case. We're stuck with what we have, and I'm really just not impressed. Hey, looks like Chris Paul definitely might have an opportunity to win his first ring. Good for him, but I've never been a fan of Chris Paul. Never really liked him. Never really liked, his, just him in general as a player. I don't know. It's just something about him I never really liked. Um, honestly, I do like Giannis. He's a good player. I just think that he's missing a jump shot, which will hinder him from winning a championship if, Chris Middleton or somebody on the Bucks doesn't get hot enough to, make up for the lack of shooting that, the Greek Freak really doesn't have. Now, this game here, he came out that third quarter really set him off. He had like 40 plus points, I think 12 rebounds. He played really, really good, especially coming off that injury, but it's just not enough. It's just not enough. And, when I look at this, first two games, I feel like this is just going to be the outcome of the finals. I say I expect Phoenix to beat them in five, but okay, it might take 6 games. But I mean, this is just really a joke, and I think I speak for a lot of people. It's hard to watch these NBA finals because the right teams are not there. But shout out to, Devin Booker. I do like Devin Booker. I forgot about him. I do like Devin Booker. I always pull for him even when he was in Kentucky in college. I always liked his game and everything. And I feel like Devin Booker is getting the shine and the respect that I feel like he been deserved the last couple years. But I still don't think his team deserves to be in the NBA finals. And they wouldn't be if the Lakers and the Clippers were healthy because they wouldn't have got the first round, let alone they would have never got past the Clippers. So, I mean, it is what it is. You can't really speak nothing against it, but at the same time, I'm not impressed, and a lot of people out there probably isn't either, with these finals. But, we got what we got, and, this is where we are with it. And, this should be easy finals. At least that's the way it looks. And hey, where are the Clippers when you need them? It'd definitely be great to see Kawhi Leonard, my favorite player on TV, representing with Paul George and the rest of the crew and Reggie Jackson and Marcus Morris's and all those players. It would just look so much better if they were in the finals. But I guarantee if they were in the finals, they'd be doing the same thing to Milwaukee that the Phoenix Suns are doing because Milwaukee just looks outmatched. They really do. But at the same time, anything can change. An injury here and there can change a whole series. We've been seeing that these whole playoffs. So I guess it's not safe to say anything. But as far as if both of these teams are healthy, we already know who's probably gonna win this finals. But hey, that's my take on the situation. Don't have much to say. Like I said, I don't have a dog in the fight. I definitely prefer the Clippers to be in the finals. Even though that's not my team either. I'm a huge Kawhi Leonard fan. It's my favorite player, and I definitely would have liked to see them versus the Nets. That would have been better for the ratings and the viewers and everybody out there. Would have been more happier to see a finals like that. But hey, no need crying over something you don't have. But at the same time, that's my take on it. Leave any comments in the comment section if you choose to, and Cali out. Yeah, so the NBA Finals, I just want to say the NBA Finals is a joke. And I mean that with everything in me because when you look at this series, with the Suns and the Bucks, Giannis put up some great numbers. He had a magnificent third quarter. Um, Jordan-esque type third quarter. I think he scored the most points in a third quarter, like in history or something like that. But I mean, look what he's getting from Middleton and Drew Holiday. I mean, they're shooting piss poor from the floor, and this is just, they just look like a trash basketball team these first 2 games. Your best player is hurt on the Bucks, and he's out playing two of the other players who are not hurt that should be dominating their matchup. But instead, the Phoenix Suns look like they're going to win this series in 4 or 5 games. This is a joke. Whoever scripted this, or if this was scripted to happen, which I know it wasn't, but, you know, this is just a joke. I mean, I don't know why, teams just couldn't stay healthy. Players couldn't stay healthy. Why all these players got injured. But it's a joke because you're looking at these teams